Hey guys, welcome back to the Charismatic Nerd. So in this video, I'm gonna tell you how I ruined my 2022 pretty quickly. Now, you're all probably wondering, how the heck did I ruin my 2022 so quickly? To make a long story short, I was the victim of a phishing scam where I lost $17,000. Yeah, $17,000. Now, let's put it this way. It sucks. I don't need anyone's sympathy or anyone to feel bad for me. It is a shitty situation. However, at the end of the day, it was my fault, and I have to take full responsibility for that. $17,000 is out of my pocket because I didn't do much critical thinking or just even ask one question. Had I asked just one question in this phishing scam, I would have been all right. But anyways, the reason why I'm telling you guys this is that, in life, sometimes we just get a huge kick in the dick and there's really nothing else you can really say about it. Shitty things will happen. That's a fact of life. However, you have to realize this. It's how you respond to the shitty things that happen in life. Now, I'm not saying, oh, I'm some inspirational, motivational figure. No. Furthest thing. When I realized I was a victim of that phishing scam, it took me a solid, I think, 3 to 4 days where I just felt horrible. I felt disappointed, humiliated, embarrassed, disgusting. I just went through a wide range of emotions. But at the same time, I allowed myself to mourn and grieve and just, quote unquote, to be a little bitch, right? But after those 3 or 4 days, it really comes down to, that perspective where if shitty things happen in life, what's gonna be my attitude in approaching it? Am I gonna feel down about myself knowing that 2022 is ruined? I can't go on, those cool trips to Montreal or Toronto, or buying some like business courses or just whatever. All the plans that I had for 2022 is gone. But that being said, if this is my lot in life, I should just embrace it and accept it and do whatever I can to resolve it. At the end of the day, I'm incredibly lucky that it was only $17,000 and it's only money. And it might take me, 2 to 3 years to pay it off. And yeah, it sucks, but it's not that bad. Again, I'm not trying to make you guys think that, some holier than thou and whatnot, but I do want to show you that, with all the content I produce around personal development, on courage, resilience and therapy, that I'm just as human as you, that I make mistakes, dumbass mistakes, if I'm being honest, but that doesn't negate the fact, it doesn't negate any of the work that I've done on myself, doesn't negate any of the introspection and all the work I've done and put into, my channel, myself, my mission, and all of that. This is a bump in the road and I'm not going to shy away from it. And, speaking of that, going through this whole, this very unfortunate ordeal, it really helped me to really even connect more with the classical literature stuff that I've read in the past. Like for example, like Hercules. Hercules had to complete 12 labors in order to rectify the horrible crime where he killed his wife and children. And 12 incredibly difficult labors where he spent years even on single labors just to complete it. And thinking that accepting your lot and just going about and doing whatever it takes to resolve it, it seems like that's the heroic attitude in general. Like for example, another one is Oedipus Rex, where after he found out that he killed his father and married his mother, and then he accepted who he was. He accepted the horrible aspects of his life. And I remember in Oedipus at Colonus, I'm probably butchering these Greek names, Oedipus said that acceptance, that is the greatest lesson that suffering teaches. And again, going through this whole phishing scheme and being a victim of it, I had to accept that there were faults on my end. I had to accept that. And realizing that, because one of my problems is I do have a very laissez-faire attitude. I'm just like, whatever comes, yeah, whatever, I don't care. I don't want to I don't want to think too much about it. And that came to bite me back in the ass. So again, accepting what happened, understanding my faults, it really brings into fruition that I will come out better than this, right? But again, not trying to be inspirational, motivational. It's just more of that you can't let adversity or challenges go to waste. You can't feel bad for yourself. You know, everyone goes through it, but again, it's how do you approach it? Do you shy away, or do you accept your lot and embrace it like Hercules or Oedipus? And again, you know, going back to my point about classical literature, it really just brings it really brings to mind the fact that it's only through, you know, these difficult ordeals that you can really that you really get to test yourself and really are forced to ask yourself questions and really forced to do some introspection. Because when things are good, it's really hard to do that. Mind you, like these past 2 years, I've been pretty comfortable. I'm not gonna lie, even though, you know, I journal, do introspection, whatnot. But since I was so comfortable, it wasn't as insightful as getting kicked in the dick with this phishing scam, right? So as you know, just even for yourself, you have to remember that it's these difficult moments that really brings the best out of you. And because I'm such a corny fellow, I'm gonna bring up some quotes that I'm gonna be reviewing for this year to help me deal with this $17,000 scheme. So just give me 1 second to get it. All right, so the quotes that I'm going to be reading every day for this year are, "But man is not made for defeat," he said. "A man can be destroyed, but not defeated." Another one from my favorite Roman poet, or the only Roman poet that I know, Publius Syrus. Here's a few from him. "Gold is tried by fire, fortitude by affliction. There is no great evil which does not bring with it some advantage. Equanimity is calamity's medicine. Courage cannot be cast down by adversity. A resolute spirit is not cast down by a single misfortune. We should bear our destiny, not weep over it. The sweetest pleasure arises from difficulties overcome." You know, reading those quotes really comforted me because life just throws sucker punches, whether it was 10,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, 50 years ago, or even yesterday. Life just knows how to really kick us in the dicks, but at the same time, it's our responsibility to develop a heroic attitude to make the most out of the challenges that we face in life. Because at the end of the day, when we're on our deathbeds, or if we're even lucky to be on our deathbeds, we can look back knowing that no matter what life threw at us, we were able to overcome it. And that's how I'm going to approach it. You know, hopefully at the end of my life where, you know, I'm looking back, you know, at the good and the bad, but knowing that no matter what, you know, fortune threw at me, I had the courage to embrace it, accept it, and move forward in spite of it. And I just hope that you take inspiration from that as well too, because someone like me, the charismatic nerd, can fall victim to something so simple yet devastating. Yet I'm not gonna hold that back. I'm not gonna let that affect my YouTube production. I'm not gonna let that affect my writing. And if you haven't read my writing, you should join my newsletter where every Thursday at 5 p.m. I send a newsletter on like heartfelt personal development ideas where you can get wholesome ideas to really think, challenge your false assumptions and really grow from it. But anyways, that's enough of my shameless plug. But regardless, I'm not gonna let this my 2022 be ruined completely. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to work on my mission, work on this YouTube channel and all that, and just live that enjoyable life regardless. Like, I'll pay it off. It takes me 2 or 3 years, whatever, but I'm going to enjoy my once in a universe life, and I'm not gonna let something like money take that away from me. So anyways, guys, so hopefully that corny, inspirational, motivational video doesn't make you cringe too much. But again, really, just, I'm a human too. I make mistakes, and don't forget that for yourself too. All right, so anyway, guys, that's it for today. Thank you again for watching. Thank you again for the support, guys. 2021 was my best year for my YouTube channel. I'm looking forward to what this year is going to bring. Hopefully no more scams, but other than that, guys, don't forget, you're not just any type of nerd. You're a charismatic nerd.